Hi, this is Irma. I'm back. So I know that I was telling you about, said that we were going to talk about deep conditioning, and welcome back to my channel. I hope some of you are starting to try some of the recommendations or consider them that I've offered. This is to inform you. This channel is all about informing you and empowering you, enriching your hair and your life. I hope it is bringing you value so far. Tell your friends and your family to stop by to get informed as well, so that they can all be empowered around their hair. This is a revolution that we're going to have this long hair or healthy hair or both that we've always wanted. And I know that you can have an opportunity to have this. Again, I have studied this over 30 years. This is the only reason why I got into the hair care industry, and now I'm about to share it with you. So the last segment, I said that we would be talking about, in this one, about deep conditioning your hair. So now you've purchased a product that you know that would empower your hair. And now you're looking at, okay, the back of the bottle says 5 to 10 minutes. Or I'm not a person that sits under the dryer or uses heat. The deep conditioning is something that's not talked about, and a lot more of clients and women are getting into it more. Some of you are really considering the steamer. Some of you have a steamer at home. Some of you getting that service done at a salon. Good for you. But as you're taking the first step towards getting the healthy hair that you want. The other thing you want to consider is having, again, and I will stress this again, is using an effective product with the effective service so that they work in sync together to receive. It's all about you getting the result. It's all about you getting your problem solved so that you can begin to have healthy hair. So let's talk about deep conditioning. So deep conditioning, what that provides, when you're working with chemicals in your hair or you're conditioning your hair, what the heat does is it opens the cuticle. When you do instant conditioners by the sink, those are great. They buff your hair up, make it feel instant soft. But as soon as you use the heat and styling tools, you just burned it off. What you want to do is get inside that cuticle. Why? Because it's going to replenish and nurture your hair from the inside out. Very important. Okay, because that's when you get that feel of that silkiness in your hair while it's wet. When you blow dry it or you flat iron it, the shine is brilliant, especially when you get natural hair. What a lot of people don't know about their hair is when your hair reaches its healthiest condition, you can achieve a almost glass-like shine to your hair without any oil. That's when you know you're headed in the right direction. And that's before using a flat iron. A flat iron is great. We'll talk about that in another segment. But right now we're going to talk about the deep conditioning service. So again, I said it's about opening the cuticle. Okay? The cuticle of your hair is very important. Because as you open that up and you pour that into your cuticle, just like you poured that chemical in, just like you poured that color in, this is going back to the pH balance I talk about. These conditioners that you use that are effective that can balance out that pH in your hair and bring your hair back as close to normal as possible. And that's what you want to do, because after you raise the pH to get whatever you're looking for, whether it be relaxer, color, or both, you want to you want to use an effective product that can bring that hair back down to a pH. The natural pH is 4.5 on average, some 3.5, but you want to try to get it close to that. That's your normal state of healthiness in your hair. So some of you may not be able to get it depending on what you've used on your hair, but you want to get it as close as possible. And with consistent use of these deep conditioners, it will keep the balance of your hair. So for the women that don't like the dryer, let me talk to you for a moment. So you don't like the dryer. You don't like to sit under the dryer. So when I say something to you like 25, 30 minutes under the dryer, you're like, oh my God, I'm not doing that. So there's other alternatives. First and foremost, the dryer is really good. The steamer is really good. When you use the dryer, make sure you use a plastic cap so that it covers and seals in that moisture and all that nourishment that you just purchased, and it gets inside those hair strands and leave those hair strands replenished, renewed, and just re-strengthening. So that's the first and foremost, that or the steamer. Now, for those of you that don't like the dryer, there is some alternatives. They have the old-fashioned, I don't know if you still have them around, but if you do, please use it. You can use a heat cap where you can plug it in and use a plastic bag with that so you can move around a little bit more mobile. For those that don't have the heat cap and you don't have a dryer, this is another remedy. You can take a towel, approximately that will fit your head, and it will wrap around almost like a turban. And what you want to do is wet that towel, squeeze the water out, put it in the microwave till you see it steam up. It's usually, I don't know, 1 to 3 minutes. Shake it out so it doesn't burn you, but you want to put it on as hot as you can stand it, okay, without it harming you. Then you want to apply a plastic bag on top of that. Then you can walk around the house and finish doing what you're going to do, attend to the kids, watch a TV show till you feel it cool down. Again, leave it on your hair till it cools completely down so that hair has had a chance for that cuticle to open. This remedy is for people that do not have access to anything as far as a heat conditioner, heat cap, a steamer, or a dryer. And if you don't have those, this is an alternative to you still receiving your deep conditioning treatment, which is very important. It plays a key factor. And I don't know if people have told you this, but I'm here to inform you. This will be a key factor to keeping your hair nurtured. It makes a difference if your hair is chemically treated and you know it's chemically treated. For your case, you might have to leave it on longer. And I know some of you might have heard a myth about over-conditioning your hair. Well, let me tell you something. The chances of you over-conditioning your hair are very unlikely. Now, if you don't have any chemicals in your hair, good for you. Then you might only need the 25-30. But if you're a high lift blonde or you have relaxed hair, 35 minutes will not hurt you. There have been some cases where women said, well, I slept in a conditioner overnight with a plastic bag. Here's the thing. If you haven't opened the cuticle, it's still just sitting on top of your hair, accumulating residue around the hair strand and not penetrating. In order for the product to be effective that you just purchased, the heat must be used. And the reason for that is it opens the cuticle. The cuticle is inside your hair strand, where that nourishment goes inside the hair strand instead of sitting on the outer perimeter of the hair strand. When it goes inside, it penetrates and it alters and restores itself and replenishes what you need to have replenished in the hair shaft itself. So that when you go to blow dry your hair on a consistent basis of use, you start to see a shine in your hair that you didn't even know was achievable. Now, I know when you're working with heated tools, sometimes it gives you an illusion that your hair is really shiny. Those are great, but it is just that, an illusion. When you're working with deep conditioning and nurturing your hair and putting back into your hair what you've taken out, consider conditioners as hair food. It's to replenish the hair and keep it healthy and restore what you just removed in order to achieve those fats and those styles that you are doing to your hair, whether you're altering your hair texture or lifting your hair texture. It replenishes that hair. So always consider your conditioners as a nurturing supplement to your hair. We take supplements for our bodies. We need supplements for our hair too. So this has been hopefully informative to you, and have consideration. And for those that hate the dryer, I've given you an alternative that you can try. So try it and begin to use it. Recommendation: if you shampoo your hair weekly, do it weekly. You can't harm it, especially if you're chemically treated. I can't stress that the most. A run-through conditioner, leave-in conditioner is great. You can still use those products after you deep condition your hair. Remember the importance of that. I hope this has empowered you, and I'll talk to you about some other things in the next segment. And what we're going to talk about is a surprise, so come on back. All right? Take care.